Hello everyone, welcome to Achievers AI's classes. Let's begin our discussion on the current events of 17th October 2018. The first issue news is regarding a clarification issued by the government that the survivors of child sexual abuse can file a police complaint even after they become adults, thereby clarifying that there is no time bar on reporting such crimes. This is because, unlike the Criminal Procedure Code, which lays down different time limits for different crimes, there is no such time limit under the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act, which lays down the procedure for reporting a crime against children but does not specify a time limit for reporting it. This is an important step for the survivors of child abuse who try to file a complaint once they are adults but were turned away at the police stations. Given the fact that many a times children are unable to report such crimes, as the perpetrator in most cases is either a family member or a relative or a closely known person, the recent clarification is a positive step which will aid people who are victims of child sexual abuse to overcome their trauma and report the crime. The Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act is a general neutral law and defines children as any person below the age of 18 years and thereby provides them protection from offences such as sexual assault, sexual harassment, pornography, etc. The next issue news is regarding the launch of guidelines for public-private partnership in the treatment of non-communicable diseases by the Niti Aayog. The model concessionaire agreement is to be prepared in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare to supplement the efforts for the provision of prevention and treatment services of non-communicable diseases such as oncology, cardiac sciences, etc. This is to be done at the district hospital, particularly in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. This is a positive development because the contribution of non-communicable diseases to the overall disease burden of the country has increased over the years, and the healthcare system of our country has increasingly focused on communicable diseases and reproductive and child health, and therefore the capacity for handling non-communicable diseases has not been adequately developed. We'll further look into this issue based on the future developments. Till then, let's move on to the next issue, which is regarding the app Self for Society developed by MyGov in order to provide a platform for professionals who are keen on doing volunteer work in their free time. The app is a result of conversations between the Prime Minister and several corporate leaders who had said that their employees wanted to do volunteer work but did not have any guidance. Therefore, the app was developed and will have incentives, gamification, intra and inter-company competitions, which is expected to increase volunteer time for government flagship programs such as the Swachh Bharat program. Also, many companies run volunteering initiatives, and such companies have observed that a spirit of service and volunteering improves employee satisfaction and also reduces employee attrition. Therefore, the new application will provide a platform to create better synergies among various initiatives and lead to a much better outcome of these efforts. The next issue in news is an editorial regarding India's energy security. Indian economy has been facing multiple external headwinds like the widening current account deficit, the sliding rupee value, the rising prices of crude oil, all of which could negatively affect the prospects of Indian economy, thereby making it necessary for India to diversify its energy basket. At the recently concluded India Energy Forum, Prime Minister Narendra Modi urged the oil producing countries to reduce the cost of energy in order to aid the global economy in recovering, and also called for a review of payment terms demanding the partial use of rupee instead of the US dollar. This is because India imports over 80% of its oil demand, and in the recent times, oil prices have risen by as much as 70% in rupee terms in the last 1 year. Given that Saudi Arabia, which is one of the prominent suppliers of crude oil to India, has refused to openly commit to lowering the oil prices The actions needed by the government include reduction in the central and state taxes, which is unlikely given the government's fiscal needs. Apart from this, in the long term, the government has to tap into domestic sources of energy while simultaneously encouraging consumers to switch to green alternatives to reduce crude oil consumption. This will require a stronger policy framework and effective implementation, and also in the short term, the government could also look at diversifying its supplier base to manage any unplanned shocks. Further, the government should also factor in geopolitical risks, such as in the case of Iran, in meeting its energy requirements. Therefore, the energy policy has to be long term and has to be holistic in order to address the energy requirements of a growing economy like India. The final issue in news today is the allegations made by the Sri Lankan president that India's Research and Analysis Wing, or RAW, is plotting his assassination. These are some serious allegations and will further look into it based on the future development. On that note, I'm wrapping up today's news analysis. Do like, share, and comment to support this initiative. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.